I've got a project going on where I'm getting ready to do some work on this saw pouch, and I thought before I did that and made some changes to it, I'd do a quick review or comparison of saw pouches. Now, there are a lot of saw pouches. This is this is certainly not all there are, but it's a pretty good representation of what you've got. So saw pouches or machine gun ammo pouches they're prolific. I mean, you can find them just about anywhere. And even though the surplus market is drying up as the wars, or at least the wars for us, are dwindling and slowing down, there's still lots of them out there. And this, I just put this one out here more just kind of as a reference point. This is the saw pouch they had when I was in. And I've got all these filled with just M16 or AR-15 magazines. So this is a good saw pouch. You can see that it's really set up for Alice gear. It also was set up so that you could put it on, put your war belt through it and put the Alice clips here. And you could even hook your H harness or Y harness through there. So they really thought about making this thing friendly, considering how much weight was going to be in it, to the guy carrying it. So you can, if you were a machine gunner or an A gunner, you could carry two of these loaded in the front, and the weight would really get picked up. And that's what we did. And this was great. I carried an M60 when I was a young man, and this was great for holding the ammo. Never used them for M16 mags. We had magazine pouches for that, but you certainly can. But I just wanted to show that for reference, because even though this is old, if you find yourself able to get a hold of a couple of these at a good price, go ahead and do it, because they're great for not just M16 or machine gun ammo. They're great for full-size binoculars and all kinds of stuff. Just a great pouch. I love putting them on the sides of backpacks. I think they're wonderful. But what I'm really doing is comparing these two pouches here. Now, this is a little bit older pouch. This is a little bit newer. I wanted to say that this was a Black Hawk, but I don't see a name on it, so it may not be the Black Hawk. If not, it's very similar to the Black Hawk. But this is definitely Air Force issue, the M249 saw pouch. And as you can tell, and if you're one of my 5 faithful subscribers, you know that I have dyed this because it was that nasty ABU sage color, and I dyed it green, and I think it dyed fairly well. I'm pretty happy with the dye job on it. But I've got it loaded also with M16 magazines, as I do this one here. Now, one thing I really like about this one is that there's no Velcro. This one is Velcro heavy, although they have made allowances if you don't want to be using the Velcro, and that's really nice. This one is also a much heavier material. I don't have my fingers calibrated to be able to tell between 500 and 1,000 denier material, but this is a much heavier one. And this one also comes with quite a few accessories. It comes with these little dividers, and it comes with this really cool idea. And what this is this is an assistant to the feeding of the ammo. So you get your machine gun ammo in there, and it's belt fed, and you weave it through or just run it through these two pieces of elastic, and they help the ammo to feed, and they keep it clean. I've never actually used one of these. When I was a machine gunner, nobody had thought about this, but I can imagine that it would be pretty good as long as you kept it pulled this way and you don't let the ammo go back this way, because then you might get it all screwed up. But I can imagine that would really help quite a bit. Now, I'll tell you where this comes in handy for me. I've got one of these that I use whenever I'm doing carpentry work where I'm using a lot of screws or nails. I will put the screws or nails inside the pouch, and I can reach in and pull out one screw, and I don't ever have to worry about dumping them or losing them. This is wonderful for that. I don't think they intended it to be that, but that's a wonderful. Oh, that's how it actually goes. That's a wonderful kind of a side use for this thing. So it's really neat. And of course, the dividers are wonderful. This came with dividers also, and they're exactly the same, except they were sage colored, and these are coyote. And I've got one or two of those left over. I just pulled these out to show you. And they're a heck of a thing to get put in there. There's Velcro inside the saw pouch, and what you do is you fit these in, and it really comes in handy if you're going to use the saw pouch for M16 magazines. And that's how it looks with the dividers. Like I said, it really helps if you are using it for the AR-15 or M16 magazines, because it keeps them separated, and it keeps them kind of standing up straight, and more importantly, it keeps them quiet. There's no rattling around when you use those dividers. And as you can see, this thing will hold 6 mags, and so does this one. And I think that's wonderful. This is a 6 mag pouch. That's an outstanding piece of kit right there. Both of these pouches have some PALS webbing on the side. This one only has 2 rows. Well, this one has 3, which I really like. But this one has a much better lid. It has a single piece lid. This one has a 2-piece lid. And I'm not real sure what the value of that is. The only thing I can imagine is, since this one did not come with one of these, I would imagine that the thought was that you could open one of these and feed the ammo belt out there while keeping one buttoned up and maintaining some security on the box of ammo itself, so that there'd be less room for that belt to go anywhere. So that's my thinking. And then they came along with this. But when you add this, you add a lot of weight. And let's look at the weight real quick. Now, to be fair, I've taken all the accoutrements out of the Coyote pouch, so it's just the pouch itself. But we're going to see what these guys weigh. And I can tell you right now, this is going to be a lot heavier, or a good bit heavier, even without the extra stuff in it. All right, first we'll weigh the Coyote. And what do I got there? It's hard to tell from this angle. It looks like a 0.61. Is that what I'm seeing? 0.61. All right, now we're ready to weigh the green one. And I guess I shouldn't identify them by their color. I should identify them. Oh, that's 0.54. Okay, so a little bit less. What does that come out to be? About 0.7, 0.07? Yeah, 0.07. So not a lot of weight difference, but some weight difference there. Just for fun, I thought I'd show you how this pouch looks with the elastic top on, and then also we'll weigh it and see what kind of additional weight that creates. All right, so the newer Coyote pouch with the top on it to keep the ammo belt clean takes it up to 0.78 pounds. So that's quite a bit. You know, you got to think about that. If your pouch weighs almost a pound, and you're carrying in it quite a bit of weight, you know, that's just something to consider. Just for fun, I thought we would weigh the old saw pouch, and that thing is only 0.38 pounds. Something to be said for that. Now you might be wondering, well, what is it I'm about to do to this pouch that you know, caused me to want to go ahead and do a review real quick and a comparison, because I'm about to change this pouch. And that is, to me, the biggest flaw, and that is that these two pieces are separate. What I'm going to do, and I've actually done this in the past, but it was a terrible job, and I want to redo it. You can see some of the glue here, where at one point I had a piece of material glued on here to to kind of cover that over. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try that again. I'm just going to try to do a better job of it. And what I'll do is I'll cause these two pieces to be together and a little bit of a flap here and there, so that whatever you have in there, whether it be magazines or whatever, you've got a little more protection and less likely for something to want to find its way out of there. So I wanted to go ahead and do this quick little comparison review before I changed the way this thing looked, and just show you some of the benefits of these saw pouches. They're really a neat piece of kit. Hey, thanks for watching.